Will Bosco be the daddy?
No. Bosco and I aren't friends anymore.
Who's Bosco?
No one. Next question.
G'day you cheeky dogs! Today we're going to be talking about Frisky and Bosco from the episode Double Babysitter, and if Bosco cheated on Frisky.
Tomorrow he'll be off in search of another princess.
Now we do have the Bluey 28-minute episode The Sign coming up next week, and so I wanted to do a couple of breakdowns on the episode Double Babysitter and the main theories that came out of it about Frisky and Rad and everything like that. So like I said, today's theory is going to be about whether Bosco cheated on Frisky, and in a few days time I'm going to have another theory about whether Chili set them up or not. So if you love those Bluey theories and you love Bluey as much as I do, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell for notifications so you know when those videos come out. G'day cheeky dogs, my name's Margie and I'm an Australian currently living in America. But let's talk about the real villain of Bluey, which is Bosco.
Ugh, princes are all the same, she thought.
No, we're not. There's good princes and bad princes, milady.
Now, from all the little clues and hints in this episode, we can basically tell that Bosco and Frisky were dating for a pretty long time and were very serious. And we know this because Bluey and Bingo know who Bosco is, and they assumed that he was Frisky's true love.
Bosco's her true love.
Not anymore.
But true love is forever.
Well,
So considering that she's their godmother, we can assume then that obviously the girls have a close relationship with her, which means they knew Bosco pretty well, and Bosco and her were pretty serious.
Is true love not forever?
it is. I mean, I thought it was.
Now, the next thing we know is that their breakup was not amicable whatsoever. Because Frisky doesn't say that they're just, like, not together anymore. She says that they are not friends anymore.
Bosco and I aren't friends anymore.
Who's Bosco?
No one. Next question.
And you can see in her face that she's getting a bit of anxiety and she's getting a bit stressed about all these questions about him and she's getting really upset about it. Which is why Rad very lovingly, like, changes the subject and directs the girl somewhere else. But we can see how upset she is, which means something bad happened.
Let's play in the backyard.
Now, in case you didn't realize, Frisky and Bluey's storyline in this episode literally mirrors each other. And they do this in Bluey a lot, where the child and the adult are both like mirroring each other with their storylines and what they're learning. But in this one, both Bluey and Frisky are nervous about trying something new after the last time they did it, it did not work out well.
Look, you just had a bad one, kid. This one will be different.
We promise.
So of course, in this case, we have Bluey with Nana like doing something scary on the TV and it scared her and she doesn't want to do babysitter put-downs anymore. With Frisky, she's scared about moving on to another relationship again after Bosco hurt her so badly.
But how can I know for sure it won't happen again?
You can't. But you have to give it a go anyway.
So that gets us then into the idea of the cheating scandal, which comes up in the little dragon punch scene that they do. And this is mostly based on what Frisky says to Rad after he like punches the dragon and tries to save her. And she makes this comment about him and all princes, which of course we can assume is meaning towards all guys.
Tomorrow he'll be off in search of another princess.
Her reference to them looking for another princess quite obviously means that that's what happened with her and Bosco. That he either cheated on her with another princess or another girl in this case, or straight away went into a relationship with somebody else, which made her think that maybe he had already been cheating on her with someone else.
But true love is forever.
Well,
Is true love not forever?
it is. I mean, I thought it was.
And it is possible as well that maybe this happened with one of Frisky's close friends. So if we go back to the 20 questions scene, when the girls ask Frisky about how many friends she has, she says she only has 3. And again, she gets kind of nervous about this.
How many friends have you got?
Oh, 3?
That's not many. Why have you only got 3 friends?
Well,
So why does she only have 3 friends? Sure, it could just be a social commentary on the fact that when you're an adult, it is really hard to maintain like social friendships and things like that. Or perhaps it could mean something else. Perhaps she had to burn some bridges when Bosco and her broke up. Perhaps he hooked up with one of her friends and of course then she couldn't be friends with her anymore and her friends basically had to decide who was going to be friends with who. Or it could even be the fact that whoever Bosco did end up with, in general the friend group had to choose between her and Bosco and who they were going to be friends with. And thus leaving her really with only 3 friends, one of which of course we know is Chili.
Frisky is Bluey's fairy godmother.
So overall we can see this fear that Frisky has, this fear of being hurt again, her trust issues and her trying to figure out how to move on from it basically. And we see this especially in the last conversation that she has with Bluey before she goes down to sleep.
but you have to give it a go anyway. Or you'll be stuck in a tower with the stinky dragon forever.
When she talks about the stinky dragon, I definitely think that she's talking about the idea of fear. And like the dragon, of course, is a fearful creature. So it represents that fear that they have, that you have to try something new to move on from it. And I think that the idea of trying something that might be different is something that, again, is pushed throughout this episode.
It was just too different.
You don't need the same games, Bluey. You need Torch Mouse.
Torch Mouse was fun, but I don't want to do anything else that's different, please.
Rad talks about it all the time, about them not needing the same things. They need something different.
This is weird.
Yeah, but before you know it, you get used to it.
I think, again, this refers to Frisky. She doesn't need the same type of guy. She needs someone different. She talks about Rad having, like, muscles and hair.
She didn't like the look of him.
Why not?
Well, his hair was a bit messy, and he was a bit too muscly. You know what I mean, kid?
So I feel like Bosco then probably was a lot slimmer and maybe like more like well cut. So again, she's pushing herself out of these boundaries to accept someone who is different from what her normal attraction would be. And again, Rad does say to Bluey that, you know, something might be weird, but after a while you get used to it. So I think, again, that this is meant to be about Frisky and her overcoming that as well.
Okay, fine. For the sake of the children, they get married. The end.
Hooray!
I'll take it.
But, cheeky dogs, let me know in that comment section down below what you think about this theory. I would say this is the second most common theory from this episode on Reddit and like podcasts and things like that, with the first one, of course, being if Chili set them up or not. That video, like I said, will be out soon. So if you do want to see that video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell for notifications so you know when it comes out. Also, quick note, if you want to watch The Sign as soon as it comes out in Australia rather than waiting for it to come out on Disney, you can use a VPN. That's what I will be using. Pugly and I will be doing a watch along this weekend. So I use NordVPN. I have an affiliate link. I'm not sponsored, but this is what I am literally going to be using to watch this episode as well as Ghost Basket. So I'll leave a link for that in the description box down below, as well as the pinned comment down below as well.
All you have to do is just scroll down into my comment section and you'll see the tutorial video there. You can click on that and it'll take you straight to the video for the step-by-step tutorial. Or you can type in how to watch Bluey season 3 and you will see the picture of Chili and Bluey in the episode Dragon with how to watch Bluey season 3 as well. Once you click on it, the video is going to go through an in-depth tutorial of how to do everything step by step, starting off with getting the NordVPN first. It does have a 30-day money-back guarantee deal, so you can choose that. And then it's going to go through how to download it, how to select Australia so that you can change your location to being in Australia, because that is then how you can access ABC iView, which is how everyone in Australia watches Bluey for free. It'll also go through then also how to set up an account for ABC iView, and you can do this either on your desktop or on your phone as well. Once you have that, you just click ABC Kids and you can access Bluey. And like I said, it's the exact same on your phone as well. You just click NordVPN to change your location to Australia. And then once you do that, you go into the ABC iView app, go into Bluey, and there you can see it. Cricket, Slide, TV Shop, Wild Girls, Dragon, Show and Tell, Stickbird, Relax, Exercise, and Cubby, all of the new episodes. And of course, you can also type in Dad Baby Bluey so you can see the one banned episode from Disney+, Dad Baby being probably one of my favorite episodes.
But until my next video, guys, I have picked you out a few other videos that maybe you would like to watch, and I'll see you all in another video. Mwah! Bye!